to you. Okay, the stats are in for the XFM listener hate list. Some interesting results.
Go on then.
Reverse order.
Okay, in 5th place.
In 5th place. Interesting. Davina McCall.
Yeah. I think that's is a reflection of being on telly all the time and running out of stuff and being a bit over the top and, yeah.
4th position.
Yeah.
Christopher Tarrant.
Okay, well, I mean, that's, yeah, I wouldn't have thought he's the favourite.
There is
role
a
model
joint
go on.
2nd place.
Go on.
Graham Norton.
Yeah.
Is alongside in 2nd place. Patrick Kilty, which means Chris Moyles is the winner with an overwhelming vote. And I swear to God, I have not done anything to those stats.
Yeah.
That is exactly as they've come in off the email.
We do not give our opinions on this. That was the XFM listeners, but, well done.
Thumbs up, you all win a prize.
We're going to play you some nice records because of that, aren't we?
I reckon they'd sort of prefer some ads.
Either's fine.
Yeah. Feeder. Forget About Tomorrow. On XFM 104.9. When I was at university, my best mate was a bloke called Wally, and he was doing psychology, and I was doing philosophy, and we both got into this theory called determinism, which is about the state of the mind, and it's a materialistic view that everything is part of the causal web, and everything has a reaction for something that happened before it. And by the way, Carl, do not confuse this with fatalism. Determinism is not predictive. It's just that if a brain state happens again, then anyway, the famous one is, the famous one is, if, you know, a butterfly hadn't shaken its wings, Queen Victoria wouldn't have sneezed. Everything's inextricably linked, right? We're thinking that, right? And we're thinking, what if, you changed one word in, like, classic songs, or one note in Beethoven's symphony? How it just wouldn't work.
Well, I've always thought that, come on baby, light my fire. Not as good. That sounds brilliant. Enigmatic, interesting. Not so good. More pedestrian if it was come on baby, light a fire.
Just one thing wrong. That'd be great. Just Paul McCartney comes to John Lennon and he goes, alright John, written a song. He goes, well, she was just 17, well, you know what I mean. The way she looked was way beyond compare. I wouldn't dance with another.
I'll stop you there.
Go on.
I'll stop you there.
What's the matter?
Something not quite right with that. I love the song. It's great. Just once more.
Well, listen, don't be too harsh. I mean, because we write our own songs.
No,
we can still put both our names to it.
I think you're a great talent. I think you're a great talent.
Well,
I'm
listen, you hippie, right?
Well, not yet.
Well, not yet, but I mean, there's a Japanese bird outside looking in.
Don't fancy, I'm not interested.
No, well, listen, well...
And I'll never change my view.
Right, now listen, right? I wouldn't dance with another...
Is that bit?
Is it that bit you don't like? Is it the... I just like the...
Could you try and... Is there a different pitch you could go on?
I wouldn't dance with another...
So again.
You don't like the... Is it the noise?
I'm just not sure the girls are going to go crazy for it when we do that bit.
Just think of...
Is there anything else you've got?
I love the idea of just changing one lyric. Radiohead. Well, that was their classic song. Creep. You can't really change that, can you? Burke. What if they called it Creep? I'm a Burke. I'm a twat.
I'm a knob.
But don't worry about determinism, Carl. Just because it says we don't have a free will as such. You know, it's more an illusion. It's not whether we choose our choices, whether we can choose, you know, to choose our choices.
He knows all this.
But don't, as I say, do not confuse it with fatalism. It is non-predictive and does not change anything. I mean, the moral upshots are frightening because if we have no free will, then are we culpable for our actions? But again, it changes something because you've got to take people out of society that are harm.
Carl has often said that.
Alright, Carl?
Am I still the president?
Yeah, go on! Yeah.
No, I'm just asking, I'm not...
Yeah, what would you do? What would you do about determinism? Change it.
I'd have a day off.
If you were president of America, would you ban guns? It's in the Constitution, everyone's allowed to have them.
I don't know. I'd have to think about it.
I just love that. Imagine all your different aides and the Secretary of State and generals coming to you, and they come out and they go, what did he say? He goes, he said he's going to think about it. Again, did he say that again, did he? Yeah. What was he doing? He was on Hanover looking at monkey news. Apparently, a chimp stole a car and drove to France.
No, monkey news. You're talking.
I'll tell you what, should we have a great song, then monkey news?
It'd be an absolute treat.
What about a little bit of David Bowie, Sorrow?
Yeah?
Didn't write this one, but I mean, he sings it bloody well. David Bowie, Sorrow, on XFM 104.9. nearly there, but, you know, we're working our way up to the grand finale. The bit where Carl spouts absolute nonsense from a dodgy source on the internet about a monkey who did something impossible.
Let's cue up the jingle.
Hang on. Alright.
Perfect.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news!
Right. Let's have a look. This one's from some woman, right?
Yeah.
And she was taking part in the London to Brighton bike ride, right? Lovely day, weather's good and everything.
What year?
She's, just a couple of months ago. She's done all the training, right? Done all the training and stuff. Got a brand new bike for it, got a little puncher outfit and stuff, all set for the day, right? It's a nice day, she sets off, they all start pedalling and that on the way to Brighton, right? So she knows the route and that, got a little headphones on, cycling along. Suddenly...
Right, okay, I'm sorry now. If a cyclist overtakes her, and it's going really fast and it's sort of hunched over, but it's got, like, lots of cycling gear on and a helmet and goggles, and they can't tell what it is, but they just know it's like a little hairy fella who hasn't bothered shaving his legs, which is weird, isn't it? Because cyclists usually shave their legs, and this bloke had really hairy legs. But and it won. They gave it the medal. It won 3 years running. They gave it the key to the city. It had its own game show, and then someone said, "Hold on, though, this fella's all hunched over, and he's only 3'5", and his arms are longer than his body. It's a chimp! If it goes anywhere near that, we're never doing it again."
More monkey news next week.
She's cycling along.
So anyway, she's cycling along, right? And, this tricycle...
I couldn't predict that!
There's always one element you can never anticipate.
Yeah! Got a kiddie's tricycle with a little kid on it, little hairy kid with a helmet, okay, just go on then.
Well, the tricycle comes...
Whizzing past, yeah,
him.
strong legs, don't they, chimps?
So she's thinking that's... But didn't get a chance to see the
Oh, yeah, couldn't quite see the cyclist! Oh, God! You bald mank git. Go on. Yeah, research scientist Karl Pilkington.
So anyway, she gets to the end line, right? Yeah. And, they got talking, it was a nice day, nice race and all that. So did you see... a little thing on a tricycle.
Thing? Well, a person, surely, just a human. Did you see that? No. Did you see that bloke on the tricycle?
So anyway, turns
tricycle.
out...
Yeah! Well, why did you say thing? Well, no, there's no suspicious. I mean, why didn't you say, did you see that fellow on a tricycle?
Anyway, so it turns out...
Go on.
It was a chimp.
You're joking!
Right.
Well, Christ almighty, there you go. Unbelievable, and it was a chimp all along.
So anyway, right, so the woman's like,
we're never doing this again.
checking out the news, right, there's nothing on it, she checks out XFM Monkey News.
Right, okay, I'm gonna stop you there again. Right, if it turns out she does on the news, right, and the circus goes, we're looking for our chimp, it used to ride this tricycle, and it escaped with police chasing it.
No. So she listened to XFM, see if I'd picked up on the story.
Yeah, sure.
I didn't have it and stuff. So she got in touch with the organisers of the London to Brighton bike ride, said, look, saw a little hairy fella.
Why did she care?
Because she wanted to know, she thought it was a bit odd.
Well,
Turns out it was a chimp. They weren't happy about it.
Of course not.
Because now the owner of the chimp wants to enter it into the Tour de France.
Oh God!
In 2005.
Now, a couple of questions. I trust you'll be able to answer these.
Oh God! Steve, help me out.
How did it get hold of the tricycle?
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, no, that's fine. That's not an important point.
Like, that's important. What's the matter with you, Steve? He doesn't know that.
How did it know to... well, firstly, how did it know which way to cycle, but more importantly, how did it know there was a major bike ride on
Just following the crowd, Steve.
No,
what's the matter with you?
The owner of it had trained it and stuff.
No, he hadn't!
It had already done the run beforehand, before the big day.
No, it hadn't.
Like I say, it wants to do the Tour de France in 2005.
No, it doesn't.
But there's something about animal rights. If they don't let it enter, they can kick up a bit of a fuss.
The animal rights is that it's cruel to make a chimp ride a bicycle.
Not
that it's prejudice that it'll go, is it because I is hairy? You idiot!
Right. So...
Wow, that is the worst one yet. Absolute twaddle. Absolute rubbish, Carl.
Have you got a tricycle?
Unbelievable.